bit about yourself and your background?
Yes, so my name is Damesha Cook. I'm 30 years old, and I come from, born and raised, Kansas City, Missouri. I graduated from Raytown High School, which is not too far from the inner city. And I kind of just had a basic background after I graduated, kind of visited a couple community college, and then ventured off to some trades that could get me straight into a decent paying job, which ended as me going into phlebotomy.
Okay. Were you doing phlebotomy at the time before you started this business?
Yes. So I got a certificate in 2017 at St. Luke's Hospital, and from then on, I branched out and just became a part of their team.
So what inspired you to start a business?
What inspired me to start a business was actually COVID of 2020, 2021 in between, and it was just realizing that a lot of jobs that were not quoted as needed or necessities at the time were taken away. And by their being taken away, it kind of gave you the feeling of that, what would you be? What is a second option if you had to come up with a business of your own? And after kind of viewing around and just being on my social media and being on my internet, I noticed that like delivery was just big at the time. Like everything was being taken to people or picked up at the time.
In terms of the types of jobs that you do, what would you say is sort of your niche in the delivery industry in Kansas City?
Yes, I would say my niche is small jobs, furniture. When people are in the midst of switching out new furniture, they want to change their basement, or they have a salon that may needs a new chair, it's that on-demand delivery. They walk into a furniture store, they had no idea that this couch was going to get their attention. They're driving, say, a two-door Jeep, and there's no way it's getting in there. So that's when they come to mind, and they've met somebody that knows me, and they're like, hey, I've met a young lady, has a company, she's kind of on demand, she'll work with you, and then that's kind of how the business just goes. And then it goes from, then I kind of go into their company, and it might be a furniture store I've never been to, I've never heard of, and then they are introduced to me. And then they're like, well, hey, we do have people that come in here and are stuck in a rut. And so it's like that.
So as a woman in the small business space, have you found any advantages to your business being set apart in this way?
Yes, I do. I feel like people are excited to see a woman, try something different. It's very different. It gets people with questions because it's like, well, she's doing it. Not only is she doing it, she's proud to do it. It's not like you come to me and I don't know nothing, or I'm just looking around and just asking you questions. I'm learning it. So I didn't grow up with it. It's not come from a family. I haven't moved jobs in the past. I'm learning the business as I started.
What sort of role do you play in the moving job? Are you actually lifting the furniture?
Yeah, so in the moving jobs, majority of the time, if it's a move out, I'll have 2 guys, 3 if needed, depending on the consultation. But I am there to oversee it. I am there to I'll wrap furniture. I'll stack up boxes. I have this niche where I put some type of pink tape on their boxes so that it's signified that it's mine. I want everything neat, and I try to have things go in and see what's separated. Sometimes customers need boxes. Sometimes customers have china cabinets that is personal to them, and I ask those questions. So I try to come in and treat those as their minds, just kind of so they'll know that, okay, she does care. She does see that, we wasn't sure that we could take this with us, but because she's here, she's making sure that it gets on her car and is safe. That's a big thing, is people's belongings.
Tell me about some of your future goals for Dash Delivery expanding in Kansas City.
Yes, so my future goals, honestly, I really don't, I'm kind of like this. I am very open and honest just to the business world, and I would say future goals, even just small ones, 1 to 2 years would be, I would love to see me with a 16-foot box truck, because it does give me other chances to expand my opportunity. I would love to see me with a solid employee list of 5 to 10 people, even if they're not working or using at the time, they're growing into that. I would love to see me with a container office, so that I am able to have supplies there. I am able to store things and kind of have that stability. I think it would take me off the job. I wouldn't have to show up if people could come to my office and maybe chat with me and we write down what's needed. So I'm looking for more stability and kind of like a face, so somebody can come by and be like, hey, that's that furniture place, or they're walking and they just stumble up on me.
What advice would you give to other aspiring business owners who might be listening to this segment?
Yeah, so some honest and simple advice I would give is, do not doubt what comes to your mind that you think could be done, and then you get an idea, something tells you that you couldn't. I think if you don't have to master something that you've done all your life. If it's something that you're thinking about, or it sounds like it could be needed, I think you should research, and I think you should try for it. And also, don't think that because you're a woman or because you're young that a person couldn't use you. It's a need, and you find the need that's needed in the city, the community, and then you go for that. Think of ways, put yourself in situations like me. When I'm a person that move around, I donate a lot, and I've always piled up vehicles. I've always piled up a car, a 2-door car. And so I have found the pleasure in just realizing that I fixed a need of mine, because anytime that I need anything moved, like, I created this business, and it's showing me how it is important. So go for what you want. Don't give up. Research it, ask questions, and ask more questions.